Okay guys, it's install day on our Samsung fridge. There's the installers. They had to take our front basically off the fridge, so the door jamb from there to there, right, measures the minimum that was required for the fridge. Now we've had problems with other fridges coming in and out, and it's a nice wide door, but you'll be able to see, right, when you open the door, your door actually sticks out, you know, whatever its width is, so you lose that 1.5 inches. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you have appliances being installed, is don't measure your jamb, open your door. And in this case, my door has Torx security screws in it, and it's not as simple as just getting a drill. So you'll see here though, everything's arrived. Front of the top drawer, bottom drawer, top left door, top right door, and the associated baskets. My kitchen and its openings are perfectly good to go. Everything's within spec, so here they come. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, they finally got the fridge installed. They had to remove the two doors, the drawer cover and the freezer drawer cover, and that's the flex drawer. So they had to take all three of those off. Let me show you on this ice maker. Even with the handles off, okay, the touch button control panel sticks out farther than what the door would allow, and so the installers said, well, we're just going to take them all off so we don't scratch anything. So they did, and it was relatively easy. Excuse me. And if you need to do it, the instructions in the manual are pretty clear. It's really not that difficult. All of your connection points for the electric and water lines are up in the top corner under a compartment that runs. See this panel? It runs the width of the fridge. There's 2 or 3 screws. You pop that off, and there's some wiring harnesses and a quick connect for your ice maker hose and for the water service down here. It all comes apart. If you're good with the screwdriver, you'll be fine. But everything works. There seems to have been some issue with the control panel or something where my freezer wasn't cooling for about 12 hours, but 37 Fahrenheit and 0 Fahrenheit are the recommended settings by both the FDA and I guess the Samsung manual. I've read 38 before, but 37 is close enough. So you can see we finally got all of our food moved over. And that's, of course, just the fridge part. You know, you've got 1, 2, 3 on this side on your left door. And that's a little bit slim, right, because of the ice maker and such. But 1, 2, this is more of an L shape. On higher end models, this area right here is a autofill water pitcher. But on this model, it just goes back in for storage. And a top shelf. A lot of little Tetris kind of shapes, and that's, of course, the ice maker fall through. The ice maker doesn't really take up that much space, and it's quiet. You can only hear it pulling water in, and then the ice just kind of drops out, and it's really not bad. Our last fridge was really loud. We don't have a lot in our Flex yet, but the cool feature about this one is if you turn it counterclockwise, oh nope, yeah, counterclockwise, then you can, oh, you know what, this is still taped in place. Okay, so we're going to remove this tape, and then I'll give you a demo. Okay guys, I took the tape off of the 4 edges, so when you rotate it, clockwise locks it, counterclockwise unlocks it. Oh look, one-handed motion. So you can move this kind of like a targeting scanner on a sci-fi movie or something. You just lock that puppy in. The freezer's really nice. This drawer slides, let's see, is it? Yep. So it slides to about there, and then it pushes back. Oh, and then the whole thing pushes down. Okay, so there's the actual freezer. Hot tip for anybody with a freezer worried about their food. Put a cup, freeze water, put a quarter or a dime, some piece of metal on the top, and always keep it in there. That way, if you leave on a vacation or even just for the day and you lose power and your freezer starts to defrost, the coin will start sinking into the ice and you'll be able to tell that maybe your food's not as frozen as you thought. Handy tip, especially if you're in an area prone to brownouts or just, you know, like I said, you're gone for a week. But anyway, that's it for this section. I'll do a follow-up here in a little bit.